Hi, I'm Dr. Covert. I'm going to be your professor for this semester for Math 1320, Introduction to Probability and Statistics. I wanted to take a few minutes and show you around our Canvas site, show you a few important things on the syllabus, and then show you how we're going to access our homework, our quizzes, our exams, and so on. So everything that I have set up in the course is going to be set up in the modules page, and there's multiple ways to get there. You can just click modules on the left here, and that'll bring you to the different modules. And then the things that I want you to do every week will be in the course agenda module. So I have just one module with all of our stuff in it, and then each different item is 1 week of material, basically. So that's the basic setup for the course. On the homepage, I also have a link for, and then, again, these are just going to different modules, but this will go to the course agenda module, which we were just at, the course links and handouts module, and then worksheets from course videos, which I haven't uploaded yet. Those are for later chapters in the book. So just to show you a few things here, the first thing is I want to just quickly walk through the syllabus, which I've already loaded in a different tab. And again, this is super self-explanatory, but just bear with me. There's a few things that are important here. So again, it has my information at the top. I vastly prefer email over phone. I think as an online class, you're probably going to email me anyways. I'll have virtual office hours. So that'll be Monday, 10:30 to 12, and Wednesday, 10 to 11:30. If you need to meet with me face-to-face, that's possible, but I don't have any dedicated hours for that. Just email me. We'll set up an appointment. I have two kids, so after about 3 p.m., I tend not to answer a lot of emails. So just so that you know that ahead of time, and then I'll answer emails as soon as I can. Feel free to email whenever you want, and then I'll get back as soon as I can. Make sure that you meet the prereqs for the course. So that's a C- or better in Math 1030 or 1040 or 1045. The book that we're going to be using is the 10th edition of Introductory Statistics by Neil Weiss. Most of this is available as an ebook, so you don't need to actually have a physical copy of the book, and I'll show you how to access the ebook when we talk about my math lab. As far as my math lab, the only time that you'll need to enter this code is kind of the first time that you try to access my math lab. You'll set up an account if you don't have one already. If you do have an account, you'll just log in, and then this is the code. This crazy 30 character code or whatever it is, 31 character code will link you to our course. And so the way that this works is that this is already purchased for you using a program called Auto Access. And so Auto Access basically means that this has been purchased for you ahead of time. If you have any questions about Auto Access, you can contact me or contact the bookstore. But you can just use that code, log in, and everything should work fine. You need the code, so you need access to my math lab. All of our homework, all of our quizzes, all of our exams, everything that I count for material except for the final project will be done using my math lab. So you definitely need access to that. We'll have a supplemental instructor this semester. So her name is Autumn Greenlee. She's a student that took stats with me in a recent semester, did very well. And she's kind of an intermediary between me and you as the student. So if you have questions, she'll kind of be running weekly sessions like review sessions or problem sessions or whatever she decides. So she'll reach out to you soon. If you do have questions about anything in the course, she is a good point of contact. I'm a good point of contact. Feel free to email me. I'm happy to help at any point. And then there's lots of built-in help from my math lab. And then there's also the Math Academic Center in the second floor of SSB. Okay, so I know that that's an on-campus center, but they're there. As far as material goes, so we'll have regular quizzes, regular homework, and regular exams, all done using my math lab. I'm not going to read you all of this stuff verbatim. Test 1 will be approximately at the end of week 4, test 2 at the end of week 9, test 3, I think it's week 14 or something. I think it's the last Sunday, the Sunday after the last day class, but before finals week. And so I have these dates on the calendar as well, and I'll show you that kind of down below. As far as the final exam, there is no final exam. It's a final project. And the final project is basically going to be using R to solve some sort of statistical problem. So I can talk more about that as we go along. R is free, basically statistical software that you can download. It's, again, completely free to download, free to use. And it's going to be our main technology that we'll use over the semester. I think it's super useful. Not just for this class, but for many of the things that you're preparing for. So if you're a biology student, having a good understanding of R is helpful for some of the biology things that you'll do, and same with other classes, right? So anytime that you are taking the stats class, there's going to be applications of stats for your degree later, and R will be useful for that. There's going to, like I said, be regular homework, quizzes, and exams. Most things are due Sunday night. Okay, I'll let you read the rest. So I'll let you kind of, I'm glossing over a few things, but you can read the rest. The grade is determined by 3 exams, so those are 100 points each. Homework's 50 points, quizzes are 50 points. And the way I do that is that I just kind of take your homework average. So if you have a 90% in your homework, you get 45 homework points, right? You get 90% of the 50 points. Same with quizzes. And then the final project will be out of 50 points as well. Okay, so that's how I do grades. I don't do plus or minus grades. So just so that you're aware of that, I just don't like plus or minus grades. So I just do A, B, C, D, and F. And I think that's everything I wanted to say grade-wise. Obviously, I take academic integrity very important. I think that that's very important. I take that very seriously. If there's any questions about anything that you do, or if anything that you're doing is feeling like cheating, obviously don't do it. If you have questions or need clarification, talk to me. There, of course, have been situations in the past that have had to be reported specifically with online classes. So I know that that's a real risk to online classes, but it's something that we take seriously. If you're registered with Disability Access Services, email me, send me the form, and then we'll talk about whatever different accommodations you have. If you're a student athlete, if you work full time and you're going to travel, if you have kids, basically, if there's anything that I need to know about you, it would be great for you just to email me ahead of time and say, hey, this may happen over the semester. It's also just a good way to introduce yourself. So even if there's nothing that I need to know about you, you're not an athlete, you're not in disability services, I always just appreciate a welcome email. So I always just like getting emails from students saying, you know, a quick 1 or 2 minute email. This is who I am. This is my major. This is what I'm doing. And so at the end of the syllabus, there's the course calendar. This just kind of roughly goes over where we're going to have this. I noticed just now that I haven't added the different exams there. So the exam 1 will be at the end of week 4. Okay, so that'll be here. Exam 2 will be the end of week 10. So that'll be after chapter 10 is completed. And then exam 3 will be after week 16. And then the final project will be due Tuesday at midnight of finals week. And I think that's everything that there is there for the syllabus. The last thing I want to show you on Canvas is Pearson Access. So Pearson is the company that runs my math lab. And so if you click Pearson Access now, I want to just point out I'm using Safari. And I was just about to say there's going to be a problem here. There's 2 possible explanations for the problem. One is that I'm using a Mac with Safari. And for whatever reason, my math lab doesn't always like Safari. Most of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think the actual problem that they're having is that I'm pretending to be a student right now. And so if I leave student view, I'll show you what this will look like. This will be something closer to what your Pearson will look like. You won't have these tabs over here, but don't worry about those. If you click on Pearson Access, you'll see a little yellow link here. You'll click that. There'll be another yellow link that you'll click, Open My Lab in Mastering. I'm not going to click it, so it'll bring it to the instructor side, but this is the button that you'll click. This is the link that'll bring you to the My Math Lab software. So that's, again, going to be the software that you use for homework, for quizzes, and for exams. So I think that's basically everything I wanted to say about the course. I'm hoping everyone has a good start to this semester. And if you have any problems or need anything, just email me. And like I said, if you want to just send me an email and say a quick hi and this is who I am, this is my major, these are the things that I care about, I always enjoy those emails. So I hope everyone's semester's off to a good start. See you soon.